Tapping in live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I was watching the US soldiers. I was watching the news, the soldiers that was killed in this part of the world, and obviously condolences to their family. Couldn't help but notice that they were from Georgia. Americans with melanin from Georgia. And not that matters, like anybody dying for a cause that's we're not quite sure how that benefits the people or us. It's just extra tragic, to say the least. So making political statements is pretty pointless on these platforms, but I just want to say that if you've been to Georgia, where those people are from, especially I saw like Savannah, and I grew up going to these places like every summer. So my grandparents are from. There's a lot of historical disenfranchisement, and it's just tragic that our country is so focused on quote unquote pursuing justice around the world and sending our people to die without even fixing and keeping true to promises it's made. It's tragic that our leaders don't consider the price of war. I remember the first time I had time and money, I went to Honolulu. I went to Schofield Barracks in Hawaii, stayed with my cousin, big bro out there for a couple weeks. And this was like right when I left my first job, had a little money, had some time. And I remember I flew nonstop from North to Hawaii, right? And I remember when I sat on a plane, I sat next to a guy, and this guy had no arms, right? No arms and no legs. He was an older disabled gentleman from Virginia, older white guy. And we got to talking, and of course, I didn't want to. I wanted to know, but I know it wasn't my place to ask him, so he just went up and said it. He said, "Young man, I haven't been on a plane to Hawaii." At the time, I think he said it was like, over 40 years since he had been to Hawaii. He said the last time he was going to Hawaii, he was on his way to Vietnam, and he had just turned 18. And he said as soon as he got to Vietnam, he got shot. So he said as soon as he got there, he got shot, lost his arms, lost his legs, and his life consists of like going to the back and forth from the VA and getting his treatment. But he also said that he was going to Hawaii to see his son, who was also in the military. And I think about that from time to time a lot, actually, right? Because this guy, wherever he is, man, hope he's still alive. This was about 15 years ago. But it's just like, if leaders considered the price of sending other people to die for causes that don't directly benefit our quality of life in America, I think we live in a better society. And it's appalling then and now that leaders aren't factoring the price of war on the actual people that fight when they make decisions to benefit whatever their commercial, industrial, or political interests are. That's why we impact the world.